Hey everybody, welcome to day 16 of our Little by Little May Art Challenge. We are painting a sea turtle today, and I've mixed together some blue and green to make this nice color. You can use whatever colors you want. I'm just making a very imperfect oval to start off with. And while that is still wet, I am just dropping in some Prussian blue and letting that mix together, and it's still wet. And now I'm dropping in some Hooker's green. I'm not thinking about it too much. I'm just dotting in where I want the colors to be, and then just kind of letting the water and color do its thing. And I let that dry, and now I'm adding the head of the turtle in the same color that I did the original oval shape of the body. And then I'm going to attempt to do the flippers. And listen, I did not practice this one bit, and so I just kind of did what I thought was going to look all right, and everything looks very wrong. And so I was pretty sure I was going to scrap this one, but I kept going through it. You know, we've talked about it before, and if you watch any other artists, I'm sure they've talked about the ugly phase of almost every painting that happens. And you just got to try to work through the ugly phase and the, oh, this looks horrible phase, and just keep going, see what you can do, see what you can make of it. If you're going to scrap it anyway, you may as well just keep tweaking it and see what might become. And I love it. I actually like what happens at the end. So while the flippers are still wet from the green the blue green that I put down, I am adding some more Prussian blue to that as well, and the head, just to darken them up a tad, give them a little bit more color there. And now everything is dry, and we're coming in with our pens already. So you can tell this is a very fast painting. I'm not speeding this up at all. I'm just scribbling lines here, you know, somewhat tracing the turtle, but really just being very, very loose with my pen. And if you have a hard time being loose with the pen, I would suggest you hold the pen up higher, like, you know what I mean? So that you don't have so much control of it. I like to scribble and keep it loose, and so sometimes I'm able to just hold it down like I normally would if I was writing. But I've had a couple people tell me that's hard for them and that they want to have control and make it neat. And you can see I'm okay with scribbling. Now I've got my white gel pen, and initially I started kind of going around each of the little circles that were created, but then you can see I'm just going rogue here. I'm just making a very, very random pattern on the shell and not following those circles. I'm just kind of letting them fall where they may. And I'm actually starting to like what I'm seeing here. I think the white just adds a nice pop and a bit more whimsy, which I'm always looking for more whimsy because I don't want to take any of this too seriously, you know? Just being loose and playful. And I think some of that is just letting go of fear of not being perfect, or fear that it's not going to look as good as the next person's, or whatever. And I'm just thinking, if you're having fun with this, then you're doing it right. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I think if you can have fun and be playful, you're winning at art, and the learning is just going to happen along the way. Okay, just darkening up the lines in the shell and adding a few little scribbles here and there elsewhere. And now I wanted to add some splatter. So, and I don't care if some of it gets on the turtle. So I'm just loosely covering it up with this scrap piece of paper that I have here. I've just loaded my brush with some watery paint and tapping it gently, and it just gives like an underwater bubbly kind of feel and just works perfectly for our sea turtle today. And I'm just using the same colors that we used on the turtle and just splattering it everywhere. If you're not sure about splattering directly onto your painting, just try it on a scrap piece of paper first, or like I'm doing, cover the areas that you want to keep clean. But honestly, a few unexpected dots just add more charm. Go ahead and sign your piece if you'd like to. And there is our sea turtle for World Turtle Day. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and then subscribe so that you don't miss any of the upcoming tutorials. I will be back on Monday for day 17, and I hope to see you then.